With the release of Persona 5 Strikers, you finally get the chance to reunite with your fake high school girlfriend as you travel across Japan on a road trip. If you chose to date Persona 5's wealthy heiress, supermodel, student body president, or paranoid shut-in, you can rekindle your love. Unfortunately, many of Persona 5's more unusual romantic partners don't return in this new sequel. The Persona series in general is known for its big, bombastic monster fights, but it's just as well known for romance options that would make Commander Shepard blush. Here then are some of the most embarrassing and awkward romances from throughout the Persona series that you won't find in Persona 5 Strikers.
Tied to Kemi.
One of the earliest confidants you meet in Persona 5 is the goth doctor tied to Kemi. She performs medical experiments on you, and in return, you get to buy all the medicine you could ever want.
Additionally, the two of you can have a budding romance that feels inappropriate in literally every way. Let's forget for a moment that you're a child and she's an adult. Don't worry, we're gonna come back to that. The fact that she would be doing unauthorized medical experiments on you in the first place is reason enough for this to be on the list. But throw romance and the uncomfortable age difference in the mix, and you've created a very unhealthy power dynamic in this relationship. She's always calling you her guinea pig, which feels predatory and like she doesn't even really see you as a person, just a test subject.
Kemi definitely feels like she wants to be doing the right thing throughout her entire story arc. However, she might also consider doing the right thing and not date a 16-year-old.
Chie Satonaka.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Persona 4 fans. Why is Chie on this list? She is one of the most beloved characters from the entire franchise. An adorable girl with a love of kung fu movies and delicious steak. What could be awkward about dating her? Well, you are absolutely right, because Chie is a precious gem who should be protected at all costs, especially from you. Because Chie's romance only turns awkward if you are the kind of soulless monster who would dare to break her poor little heart. In Persona 4, romances aren't so much choosing one special love interest as they are choosing which girl you don't want to disappoint. If you get serious with any girl and then don't spend the day with them on Valentine's Day, you'll have an awkward conversation with them about your relationship. Some girls, like Rise, will get upset, demanding to know if you're seeing someone else. Not Chie though, she will simply take the heartbreak in her stride as best she can. She'll say that she trusts you and that, hey, maybe she was expecting too much to think that anyone would want to spend Valentine's Day with her. Aww. This could be the most crushing scene in all of Persona history. And if you willingly did this to Chie, then it's about time someone stole your heart, because you're clearly not using it.
Haru Akumara. Okay, before we get started with this one, I know that Haru is in Persona 5 Strikers, but it doesn't make this romance plotline any less uncomfortable.
Back in the world of Persona 5, Haru is a romance option that's introduced midway through the game. Now, don't come at me, all you Haru fans, but to me, this relationship feels just a little bit uncomfortable.
Not for the same reasons as Kemi though. Haru is in school with you, but you know what? Persona 5 spoiler warning, if you don't want a very large beat of the game spoiled, go ahead and skip the next 45 seconds. We good? Cool. The relationship is awkward because most of the time you're able to spend together, she thinks that you and your friends sort of killed her dad. Obviously, us the players know that we didn't, but the characters in the game don't know that.
Imagine thinking that your boyfriend played a very critical role in the death of your father, and then just going back to gardening on the rooftop with him. The relationship with Haru isn't uncomfortable in a "this feels inappropriate" way, more in a "I don't know what to say to you, I feel so bad, I'm sorry about your dad" kind of way.
There are a lot of fine romance options in Persona 3. The portable version of the game even, as a rare treat, lets you date boys, which is a nice inclusion. Or, if humans just don't do it for you, you could always date the toaster. Aegis is the embodiment of that most beloved of sci-fi tropes, the beautiful robot lady who is inexplicably in love with the story's protagonist because of reasons. She speaks to the desire that exists deep down within all science fiction writers to have women hardwired to love them in spite of their actual personality. Now, Aegis is a genuinely interesting character, and her journey to try and become more and more empathetic and human is a wonderful part of Persona 3. But that doesn't make it any less awkward when you go to her room for an intimate encounter. If you max out Aegis' social link, she will ask you to undo the ribbon on her dress, reach behind her neck and touch her Papillon heart, the component that gives her a soul, I guess? She wants you to get your greasy, slimy hands onto her heart, so that the oils of your skin permanently alter her personality, imprinting your DNA onto her forever. She also points out that this is such an intense experience for her that she'll need to shut down her motor functions for your safety while you do it. It's not exactly hard to figure out what this is meant to be a metaphor for. I guess toasters need love too?
Sadeo Kawakami.
No uncomfortable Persona romance list would be complete without the inclusion of Persona 5's Kawakami.
You meet Kawakami on your first day of school as your homeroom teacher, but eventually discover that she works at a maid cleaning service to help pay the bills. You have the option of spending time with her by paying 5,000 yen a night to have her dress as a maid and come clean your room. From there, your teacher-student romance begins to flourish if you so choose.
This is obviously uncomfortable for many reasons, but it also dilutes the message of the entire game.
Kamoshida dates his students and gets a palace, but Kawakami dates hers, and it's fine. To top it all off, the bonus you unlock for maxing out her confidant level is that she shows up to your place after you've spent time in mementos or a palace to give you a massage.
Yeah, it's hard to explain and impossible to justify this one, but what do you think?
Did we miss any uncomfortable relationships in any of the Persona games? Make sure to let us know in the comments below, and remember to like this video and subscribe to DualShockers for more Persona content.